Yeah, I mean, Josh has been in a position that we failed to start over the last couple of weeks, Andy. It's just been as and when we've seen fit to use him, but he's part of the squad, so, and when the players are all part of the squad, they're ready to start. So, yeah, he's in a position where he's ready to start.
And is Nathaniel Mendez-Lang up to speed as well?
Yeah, Nathaniel's fine. He's in a position where we feel that, just like Josh, he's in a position that he's ready to start if need be. So we're happy where he's at the moment.
Where are you at with perhaps some of the other injuries, so say Adeniran and Johnson?
Yeah, both players are on the pitch, which is a good sign. But obviously, no, they're not in and amongst the boys training, but they're certainly on the pitch with the medical team. So, which is a good sign, really.
Just on the positivity of getting Josh Windass back, I mean, there was all sorts of rumour, I suppose, about whether he might leave in the summer. How important was it that he wanted to stay? I mean, that psychologically, that's big, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that he's stayed in, because after talking with him in the summer, he certainly feels, in terms of what we want to try and do here and bring here, he wants to be a part of it. He's always expressed his desire of the club and how wonderful the club is and wanting to be a part of it. So to get him to put pen to paper was a real big, massive coup for us, really, in terms of it. And pleased that he wants to be a part of it. He'll probably feel that he's probably lost a little bit with, you know, the injury that he sustained at the start of the season, but he's back now and there's still plenty of football to play, and he's part of the group, he's part of the setup here now, and he gets a chance now to physically put that into being on the football pitch. He's like a new signing for us, really, in terms of that, and he's a good player, as you know, with Josh. He's a wonderful player. He gives us so much in both aspects of the game, in and out possession of it. But with the ball at his feet, as you know, he's got wonderful ability and wonderful creativity. So to have him back, it's wonderful to have him back at this time of the season, coming to the end of November, the month of November, and getting into what is going to be a busy December and a Christmas schedule. There's teams in the division that, you know, will come and play football, and there's teams that will play a percentage game. I think you'll find in this division that both aspects of both sides of the game are just as effective. Each their own, the manager and the philosophy and the DNA of the clubs, what they feel at the time. And certainly where we entertain a team tomorrow that's top of the league. They're on an excellent run of game. They're in good form. Manager that's really experienced at this level. A manager that's taken that football club beyond the levels that anybody could have imagined when he took it there. And they're very much in the ascendancy here, and they sit top of the table because they've performed well over a consistent basis, and they come here super confident. So it's a real good game for us to look forward to. But in terms of that, you know, and how they play the game, they're very effective with it.
And should you beat Wycombe then, do you think it will validate the belief that Wednesday have kind of turned that corner and are on the up?
We'll see, Andy, over the course of the season, because you can't just legislate after what would be after 20 games, because, again, like I said to you, we won't have been even at the halfway mark yet, and there's still so much football to be played. And what I would say to you is that there's so much still work that still needs to go on, and there's still so much I want to see from the team going forward. So for me, there's always a continuous improvement. We thirst and hunger for that here, for that improvement, because I don't want it to be that one game that we look back on and say that that's it now and we stop doing our work, because very much not. And after the game tomorrow, rest assured, we'll move on to the next one and keep improving, because there's a demand here at the football club, and there's a demand from the fan base and the public, and that's what we have to do in terms of when you represent this football club, and that's what we have to do. We have to keep upping the scales and keeping that mentality at the club right.